Hey everyone, doing well? I'm just joshing, I obviously can't tell, but you may be able to tell I'm well rested. Turns out meth is one hell of a sleep aid. Now, I'm sensing some shock and judgment from a number of you, and that's because you don't know. The people that laughed, they know. Oh, they know. And they know because psychiatry is supremely fucky. I can hear your internal monologues too. What can you possibly mean? Psychiatrists are trained doctors. They have studied medicine for years to. I'll stop you there. Because, yes, doctors are trained with information that is invaluable to health, both physical and mental. If you have a physical ailment, there are studies and calculated measurements with a scope of predictable results. If you're a psychiatrist, you are not just a doctor. You are a doctor with a minor in performing arts. Step right up, folks. Here we have a dartboard and a box of gerbils representing various medications and symptoms. Now watch in amazement as I begin throwing them to see what combination sticks. Okay, it's a bit hyperbolic. But where the average person has an addictive, life-ruining substance, someone has a stabilizing, life-improving experience. And for those of us with a specific type of ADHD, yes, it comes in flavors now. For that, things like Adderall are calming our minds and helping us not just focus, but function in a way society actually deems acceptable. Now, don't get me twisted. I'm not advocating illegal substances or experimentation. Rather, I'm taking a moment to remind everyone that it's always been a difference of dose between a medicine and a poison. I'd use the adage of walking a mile in another person's shoes, but frankly, I'm still trying to walk a mile in my own. Now, I am making progress in that regard, but for those that don't know my situation fully, I'll give a Reader's Digest. Back in the summer of 21, I finally pulled that winning ticket for COVID. It included an all expenses paid trip into a coma for a month. This is where it gets, shall we say, interesting. You can all tell I'm a very large man, and with that, certain assumptions get made. One of those assumptions is, well, you're obviously diabetic. So with that fact firmly in place, I was started on quite the intensive insulin regimen. However, as you may have been able to deduce from the tone of all this, one thing I am not is diabetic. And as it turns out, when you are given insulin while perfectly fine, you are no longer perfectly fine. As you can see, though, I do my best to laugh it off and make light of it. I do this because assault is a crime, but petty remarks in the form of exposition are not yet prosecutable. Speaking of comedy being a criminal offense, don't worry, I'm not getting political in here. I just want to voice my personal belief that anything can and should be something to joke about. Too readily we forget that humor is a cornerstone to our well-being. Laughter gets touted as the best medicine because of the amazing things it does for us when we do. And I believe if you can't laugh at yourself, you have no right to laugh at others. But Jerry, you should laugh with others, I hear you say. And you're right. You should always laugh with others. But remember the old equation of tragedy plus time equals comedy. What someone may be able to laugh at any given moment is going to be changed drastically. But that doesn't mean it needs to stop being funny to everyone. Once again, it's the dose between medicine and poison. And as a very fun movie once stated about Socrates, I drank what?